Morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave of the day. And today we're going to be, it's kind of old school. Let's just think about how the old grandfather used to shave, or my dad shaved. But today we're going to be doing Williams. Have you seen the thing? Yeah, the little icon. You notice that there's Williams in here. This is empty because the puck is inside the cup. Yeah, there we go. Got a lot of nice little suds in here. Kind of creamy, kind of citrus. It's almost like a Barbus or what was the other one? Arco, but not as strong. Kind of a more weak. And today we're going to be using 1960s Fatboy with some Astra blades. I think this is a third use on these. All right, so that's where we're at. It was like trying to decide this morning, like, oh, what do I want to shave with? And I was like, I haven't used a cup in a little while, so break out the cup. So there we go. Move stuff out of the way here. All right. Nice little, oh yeah, now you can really smell it. You got that scent coming across of the citrus. It sort of reminds me of Dove soap too. It's like when I was in high school, I always put Dove soap in showers. So after we get done with practice, we always had some type of soap to shave, or not shave, but scrub up with. Because after you're done with football, you are sweaty. Alright, I got this on, I think it's, yep, setting 3. Alright. And I can tell this blade is getting a little dull. Doesn't feel as sharp. It's sharp, but it's not as sharp as it could be. Sometimes I use them for 2 shaves, sometimes 3. Just, I don't know if it's about you, but sometimes you can just tell, like from when you're using it, it's like, oh, this one's still good. This one's getting a little dull. When you start feeling a little bit of grabbiness going on, or you start going, well, it's time to swap out for a new one. I hate to say it, but those Dorco blades feel like that on the very first use. I don't know why. Seem to me to be subpar. I don't use them very much. You know, I got like 90 of the things left. Then I got another 5 when I got my new razor. That crisp razor came with Dorcos. I should look though. There's 2 kinds of Dorco. There's one's made in Vietnam and someplace else. Hoon Shaver was telling me about it. Give me an explanation. Well, like a half a year ago. Well, that worked. Alrighty. I guess it all depends. You know, as I'm talking about football, it depends on where you're at in the world. Football can mean soccer. We call it soccer because we have football. There's American football, and then there's, I don't know if they call it European football or what the heck you got. And we I never even knew soccer was a thing until the 70s. That was during the era of Pele. It's like, wow, that guy flipped in the air and kicked the ball. Like, whoa, how did he do that? It was, I think, the 76 Olympics when I really paid attention and realized that there was this soccer. And then you started seeing it in gym class. And they try to teach you how to play soccer. We were like, can we just play football or hockey? Depending on what time of the year it was. That was one thing we're big in as kids, playing hockey. All kinds of sports around the world over the years. When I played in college was rugby. Before I went to the university, though, I played rugby as we had a local team in our town, and my brothers wanted to play, so I started playing rugby in about 85, I think. 85. And then when I got to the university, played for the university team. I was started off as a prop. They looked at me and go, boy, you are pretty strong. Like, how much do you bench? I don't know, about 405, somewhere in there. You know, can you lift somebody up? I mean, like, you're a prop. So, head bash, there you go. Tape your ears down. All that fun stuff that goes with it. Played a lot of games. Like, pick up a few injuries along the line. Smells good. And the nice thing about this thing is, like, look in the bowl, there's not much left. You just kind of, it's almost like a face lathering process here going on. But maybe some left in there. But rugby's like, here's one finger, that's good, and here's the other finger. Yep. Yeah, that was a fun day. Crunch. We're playing against we had a big Midwest tournament going on against all the Big Ten and Big 8 schools, and there was probably 20 teams or university teams there. It was a big one, and it was hosted by the University of Nebraska, and we were probably an average team with the mix. We beat some people, we lost a few, but in our last game we were playing against Iowa, University of Iowa, and we broke. It was like I scooped the ball up because it bounced out, and I scooped that thing up and I was running down the field. I was pretty fast, yeah. If I got in the open, nobody would catch me. And this guy come flying around on an angle. I had open field in front of me. And he come flying. I seen him over the corner of my eye, and he dove and just caught hold of my shoestrings on my cleats and snagged it in his hand. Tripped me up. And I'm like, I know I'm going down. I twist, I look, and I seen my teammate was right next to me, and I heard him go, "With you!" And I just flipped the ball to him, and he proceeds to go on and score. And I hit the ground, and I heard this crunch sound. I'm like, "Whoa, what the heck was that?" Because I put this hand down to catch myself, and I rolled, and I come up, and I heard this crunch, and I was like, "What the?" And I kind of like, "Ooh, my hand hurts." I look, and this pinky's like this, like, "Oh, that's not good." So it's like, this is gonna hurt. I grabbed it and yanked it, and I popped it back in place. And like, ugh. And I was like, took some tape, because I taped my ears down, because, you know, being up from the front line, it was like always a good deal to tape your ears down, because you get them tore. And I taped my two fingers together. Just like tape these two together. So I had a brace, you know, use the other finger for a brace, and it started swelling up, and it started throbbing. And after about 10 minutes of play, we had a lull in the play, because it was a penalty. You know, they got a penalty, so we were going to take a penalty kick. And I said, "Minute, sir." Took a knee, and then, what's on this? I got an injured finger here, and it's just like, it hurts. And you go, "All right, bring in your substitute." So I waited for the substitute to come onto the field, and I walked off, and I proceeded to walk over. My wife was like, she was like, runs over, is like, "What's the matter? You took up my," well, "Yeah, hurt?" "Yeah." Like, my finger. Told her what happened. She was, "Ah." And I walked over, because when you're playing rugby, it is a festive event where you drink a lot of alcohol. Let's put it that way. And I walked over to where the keg was, because they had the big giant garbage can in there, and they put the keg in it, and then they just pour ice over top the keg, keep it cold. And I walked over there, stuck one finger, my hand into the ice where it was, and I grabbed the nozzle for the beer, and I went, "Anesthesia, I need anesthesia." Everybody's looking like, "What are you doing? Diddy, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Well," that was my nickname, Diddy Boy. And he was like, "I hurt my finger. I need," you know, like, "Gotcha, all right." Yeah, it was fun. I don't know if they still do it, but we had this thing called a Zulu Warrior Dance. First time you ever score in a game ever, you have to do your Zulu Warrior Dance, which is you get in front of the crowd, and then they strip down naked. You go around in a circle, go on a Zulu Warrior Dance. Even the girls did it. And the women's teams there too. And the first time they was like, they'd go up there, and it was tradition. Yeah. I had this thing called the naked beer slide. You know, you always see these kids things where they put the water faucet and then you got this long slide thing, plastic thing they would lay down and they'd lay it out there and you'd get in there and you're running and guys would get naked and just do it, and they call it naked beer slide. Is that they would pour beer over top of it, so you'd had some liquid. I remember my brother, we were in Cedar Rapids, and I got my scar, and somebody accidentally got on it with sand and put sand all over it, and he goes sliding forward, and he gets up and he goes, oh, his whole chest is red because it's like sandpapered his chest. Ah, the good old days. Things of the 80s. Bunch of wild and crazy guys. Yeah, I did. You see a little redness there. Might be bleeding. Clean up the lake. Yeah, it splashed everywhere. All right, that was the shave. Yeah. All right, fine. I have to. Not bad. That was about the only thing I feel on my face was that one spot that I caught my scar. Oh yeah, aftershave. Just a little bit left. There might be 2 uses left in that bottle. Stinging right here. Otherwise, feels good. Wow. Nice shave. Alright, where were we at? Well, that was a little bit of Williams today. Williams shave. So, comes in a little puck. You can put it in a mug if you have a mug, or you can just put it in a bowl if you want to, or scrape some off. Works pretty good. It's fairly hard though. This was the 1960s Fatboy from Gillette with some Astra blades. Follow up with a little bit of Old Spice. So that was the shave of the day. Hope you guys like it. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.